Alright, my interesting internet individuals. So I have to write a paper on the MBTI personality types, for writing one of my writing courses for the psychology section. We're doing an analysis, nice research paper on the types. So I figured I would just take the test, like film myself taking the test, since I have to like take ridiculously in-depth notes about my processes for my paper. I figured I might as well just record myself taking the test on my computer. And I was like, you know what, if I'm just recording myself taking the test on my computer anyway, I might as well just make a video about it, right? Right, okay, good, glad we're on the same page. I would normally just record my screen and then wear a headset and voice over while I was taking the test so that you guys could hear the things I was saying. However, for some reason, all of my microphones are coming in obnoxiously quiet no matter how high I turn up the volume, and no matter what port I plug it into. I originally thought that it was maybe just my sound system's port, but I tried unhooking my sound system completely and plugging in my headphones directly to my computer in both available audio ports and microphone ports, and neither of them make any difference. So I'm guessing it's obviously just my microphones being crap. And I don't have the ability to just run out and buy a new microphone really quick. In fact, honestly, I think I'd have to order one off Amazon anyway, and wait for it to get here. So I am going to just do the screenshot or screen film of me taking the test really quick, and then I'm going to come back on here when I get my results and discuss my results with you. I just got my results. I took both the tests that I had to take for my class for the experiment, and then we also had to go find another one of them and take that one too and see if both tests gave us the same results. So I took screenshots of the last one, as well as I just recorded the whole thing in general like I did this one, so that I could use it for notes. But now I am going to compare the percentages that both each of the tests gave me. I have a moderate preference of introversion over extroversion. I am apparently about 34% introverted, according to the first one. Intuitive, I have a preference of intuition over sensing by about 31%. I have a moderate preference of feeling over thinking by about 41%. I have a slight preference of perceiving over judging at only about 16%, it says. So now this one just tells you how much percentage on a scale of extroversion to introversion you are, not what percentage of each you are. Whereas if you come to this one, it kind of tells you which one you are of each. So I'm not sure how to accurately kind of compare these two to one another, because I don't actually feel like the results are the same, which is something I do want to cite in my paper. This is the 16personalities.com, which I think is currently the most popular one for like social media and YouTube and everything. And this one, I got the mediator and or the INFP again. However, this one gives you an assertive over turbulent type. And I am an INFP-A. I am a very assertive individual. I am very introverted rather than extroverted. I scored 68% introversion over that 32% extroversion. Whereas this tells me I'm only about 34% introversion over extroversion. And part of me wonders now whether or not the 34% is what I scheduled or what I scored in extroversion here, or if it really is a scale of 100 would be complete introvert, 0 would be extrovert, and I was about 34% on the scale, so mostly introvert again. Would that be a very similar, if not same result? I'm 69% intuitive and about 31% observant. Apparently that's where we direct our mental energy. When it comes to my nature, how I make decisions and cope with my emotions, I am 86% feeling and 14% thinking. I'm a very by the situation type person. I personally think every situation has different things that need to be examined before you can make a choice, and then when it comes right down to it, even if something's telling me, like, say it's more profitable thinking wise, if I don't feel like it's the right decision to make, even if it would say like make me more money or excel me in my career or something, I won't actually make that choice. I will go with the feeling of, no, that's probably a dirty, shitty thing to do, over this thing is a good thing to do because it'll raise me up in some way and or make me money. So when it comes to tactics, this trait reflects our approach to work planning and decision making. I am 57% prospecting over 43% judging. This is interesting. I'm very right on the middle border of being either an INFP or an INFJ. And why I find this so interesting is because first took the test for the paper or the experiment on 6/30, and the results that I got from that version were actually INFJ, not INFP. However, I had a marginal or no preference over judging or perceiving of only 3%. So even though I went 3% into judging that day, it was still like, you're probably also maybe an INFP. You should check that out. So I found that funny. I went and took this version of that test that same day also, but I got my same INFP-A results. However, now comparing the results from the 16 personalities test from just, a week ago, we can see how the results have changed in just the time I was there. So on that day I was feeling apparently 1% more introverted than I am today. I was feeling 10% more observant or less intuitive than I am today. I was feeling 1% less feeling or more thinking that day. And I was feeling 3% less judging or more prospecting that day. My assertiveness is really where it shows, and I was 11% less assertive that day, and or 11% more turbulent that day. However, I still came out with the same result of INFPA, even over a span of time. And I guess I tried not to be in the same mood, but clearly I'm relatively close to being in the same mood or the same personality today. And those are the results. I am an INFPA, apparently. I'm an assertive-ass introvert. Also, additionally, a little thing I personally feel that's kind of overlooked about introverts and extroverts is I feel a very accurate way to express how an extrovert interacts with, say, other people is an extrovert seems to be much more aware of other people's opinions of themselves, whereas an introvert, in my personal experience with only the people I know personally who I know identify as either introvert or extrovert, so by a very narrow margin, this is what this observation is based off of. Other people, if you have observed different, please allow me to know in the comments below. This is what research is about. But they seem to be more aware of what other people's personal opinions of them are, and or more susceptible to other people's opinions, whereas the introverts I know tend to either not care as much and / or just assume everyone dislikes them anyway and or finds them weird anyway, so they've gotten used to it and or don't care. Does that make sense? Anyway, I'm familiar with the INFPA stuff because I read it already for the previous time I took the test for the paper that I'm writing. So yeah. What's the difference between an INFPA and an INFPT? I didn't read this, but so now I'm gonna try to read that anyway, and then I'm gonna go write a paper. I keep looking outside because one of my cats is outside. She got outside and she wasn't supposed to be. She's not supposed to be outside today because it's fucking garbage day, so there's lots of huge trucks roaming around my neighborhood picking up garbage, and it's just not safe for her to be outside right now. They normally aren't allowed outside without my direct supervision anyway, just because there's a lot of large trucks roaming around my neighborhood. Yeah, she's been gone for like several hours. I've gone out there a whole bunch of times with treats, calling her a whole bunch. She's still not back. It's kind of starting to piss me off, actually. She's never gonna be allowed outside again. She wasn't even supposed to be outside this time. She ran outside, and that's probably why she dipped. It's because she's like, you're not getting me back inside, bitch. It is a beautiful day, but it's also like 90 degrees, so it's miserable for human to be outside. It's 90 degrees and like 90% humidity. Why am I bitching about the weather during a personality type? Is that, you know, there you go. Give me a personality type that tells me whether or not I'm gonna bitch about the weather. Yeah. There you go. There's my personality. I'm an INFPA. I'm an assertive-ass INFP.